Hi everyone and welcome to AltVR. At this YouTube channel we are interested in the capability of virtual reality to provide transformative experiences that can maybe change your self-consciousness. So we do our own experiments on this. For instance, we have used virtual reality in sensory deprivation tanks, we have used virtual reality to create out-of-body experiences, and also to play ourselves from a third-person perspective in real life using virtual reality and drones. We also review other applications that are trying to do interesting things. For instance, ayahuasca, sort of a virtual recreation of an ayahuasca trip in terms of the visuals at least, and also applications like sound self, these cyberdelic or technodelics, trying to sort of show a psychedelic state. In this episode we're doing something similar, but we're actually not restricting ourselves to the virtual reality medium. I've got this really interesting box that claims to be able to produce psychedelic effects. So this is a LiBa, or a LiBa. It's from a company that's called LightBath in the UK. And I've been asked to give an honest review of this product. It claims to produce relaxation effects and visual effects. And I first heard of these kind of products at the Joe Rogan Experience when he was talking with Dennis McKenna.
The Ajna Light, which he claims induces DMT synthesis in the pineal. I tried it a couple of times and by golly, it's a lot like DMT.
Really?
And these companies do market themselves as pineal gland activators, and it's being either explicitly or implicitly stated that it's endogenous DMT that's being sort of stimulated by this device. Take that with a grain of salt, take their marketing with a grain of salt, but if it does produce interesting effects, then it's nevertheless an interesting product. So I'm basically going to review it and see how I feel. I also have a friend who will try it so that we can get some other perspectives as well. So let's go.
Alright, so let's see what we have in the box here. So it comes with a simple controller. This is for changing light intensities, and also if you find a particular frequency, you can pause it. So yeah, we'll see if that's useful or not. And there's a power adapter. This thing does not run on batteries or on its own. It needs to be plugged into a wall. And it also needs a tripod. I already had a tripod, so I didn't get that in the mail, but I got this thing in order to be able to mount it so that it's facing down. So you can turn this one. So that's very practical. So you can get a tripod from their website, but you can also just, if you already have one, you don't need to buy another one. So, the real thing that of course stands out, and it's what all the time has gone into, is the LiBa itself. Now, the build quality on this is great. It feels really solid, everything is sitting in place, and I really enjoy the woodwork. Also, when you turn this on, this is lighting up into this warm red, which I think looks good. So, and it feels quite heavy. You can also see some circuitry inside here, but apart from that, it's pretty much locked. At the bottom here, you have an on and off button, and you have a mount for the tripod and also for the power, and that's just about it. You can see that this wood is laser cut, and I believe I read at the website that they are handmade in the UK, or at least that the individual pieces are made for each order. So you can also see, if I bring some light here, I think this looks really good. At the front here we have these indicator lights, so I'm going to show you when I turn this on, but these will flash, and this is basically your user interface for interpreting things according to the manual. And there are touch buttons here on the side to adjust the various settings. So let's set it up. Alright, so here we have the LiBa Setup. Now, this is supposed to be mounted 50 to 80 centimeters from your face. I've got it on a tripod, and I'm going to try this while lying down, but you can't also do it while sitting, apparently. So I mounted it at the back here so that it's facing down, and I didn't use the included adapter thing there because I already had one on my tripod. The important thing is that the lights are facing down. So in terms of the user interface, there are two buttons, touch buttons at the top here, and you can do everything through a combination of these two buttons. Change light settings, change time settings, and also synchronize controllers and so on. I'm just going to show you how to turn it on, however, which is very simple. This is it's when it's on light intensity 1, and it goes all up to 5. So, enough with the introductions. Now I'm going to try this. First I'm going to let my friend try it. We'll both give our reviews. So let's go.
Whoa, okay, whoa, that's definitely, shit, what the, this is really trippy. Now it's all red, and it's like, it's like neon, sort of like neon red. It was towards, and I'm getting hot, like, maybe it's just like me feeling hot in this sweater, but it's like, I don't know, the red seemed to go with heat, so I don't know. Yeah, my blood is pumping way more than it was when I started. It seems like it's just trying out different things at all times. And it's like, I would rather it was some kind of like a structure to it. Because it's like, I'm like, okay, we're going with this. And then it's just like, why did it go to that kind of frequency? Now it's intermittent again. That was as an X. Like the waves are forming an X. There's some colors again. Blues and blacks, blues and grays. Man, this is trippy. Like now this is an experience that, whoa! Now it's just like a beep, 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 like a big red flashy thing. Like on the sides and in the center and then black in the middle. Like a low health warning in a shooter game or something. It's really intense. The question that keeps coming up is like, why? Because there's no coherence or like message to it.
Right. All right. How was it?
Well, it was very intense. It's hard to open the eyes. It's very intense. The intense parts were good, and the overall experience was very relaxing. It was very soothing, but the intense experiences were entertaining to mildly. Wouldn't say euphoric, but they were really like made me really happy. I think the product isn't tuned to kind of experience, so it just sort of goes in and out of this. Why am I looking at this? And whoa, this makes total sense. And why am I looking at this? And whoa, this makes total sense. So I don't know if I'd had the patience to lie through it for an hour, but the moments that were really intense were really intense. So that's interesting. Definitely feel calm though, so that's good.
Nice. Yeah, now there are some circular patterns. Very geometrical, kind of like some hypersphere kind of stuff in red and blue. And now it's back. It's very, very, very high frequent. Like trailing of lights. Okay. Yeah, that was good. It's very intense. Now it's back to just being blinking on and off, nothing particular. It's definitely it's definitely very tunnel-like. Sometimes there is this center where everything is coming out from. Now it's blue, now it's gray, now it's purple, pink, now it's blue again, now it's gray, now it's yellow. So it really just, it's very changing all the time. It definitely looks psychedelic, but I also just feel that I'm lying on the floor. There isn't necessarily any emotional involvement with whatever is happening beyond that it's visually impressive. But it is very visually impressive. There is also the sense of movement, like it comes in from the one side and goes out on the other side, or tunneling in the center of the vision. But it certainly is very interesting that it's possible to produce, so it's a very interesting experience. I'm also feeling the legs very tingly, and yeah, the legs are relaxed. But at the same time, I don't know, it's not making me anxious that it's hyperfrequent, but it's sort of, there is this, yeah, I don't know, it's just a lot going on.
How was it?
It's definitely interesting. Visually it works, yes, and it does look psychedelic. You get the geometrical patterns and everything. I do feel relaxed, but it feels like I'm more physically relaxed than mentally relaxed. So it feels like it has an effect on the body in terms of, yeah, feeling tingly in the body, getting some goosebumps. But it's a lot of sensory impressions, so you sort of feel a bit tired of it, or because it's just visuals all the time.
Right.
So I'm not sure if I picture using it every day or something, but that's just something you have to find out after using it for a while and see how it affects it. But I'm definitely impressed that it's possible to create that kind of visual based on it. It's really interesting, and I really wonder how they figured it out. So I am impressed. Yeah.
Alright, so we saw that the LiBa does work. It does produce visuals and relaxation effects, at least in my friend. Visuals were very easy to attain for everyone who's tried the device so far. I've been trying it on another few friends too. And I do have to address something though, to deliver this video in good conscience, because I said earlier in the video that you should take the marketing with a grain of salt in terms of this device stimulating the production of DMT in the pineal gland. Now, it's basically not scientifically supported at all. So the guy who made the Ajna Light, which is similar to this device, he has a paper on ResearchGate. It's not really a paper. He has uploaded a document at this platform, and it's really surprising that he even would like to attach that document with his name, because it's really, really bad pseudoscience. It doesn't reference anything, it just puts out claims without supporting them, and so on. So to end this video, I'm going to show you just how ridiculous this document is, and I just have to say this because I don't like the way that these things are being marketed when there is no scientific support for it. So I'm going to end the video with that. And also, you can, if you would like to purchase a LiBa, if you would like to experience these visual hallucinations yourself and maybe see if this can help in some meditation or relaxation, then you do get a coupon code in the description in this YouTube video below, which will give you some dollars off the actual product. So with that, I'm just going to go into the science a little bit in the end for this, for those of you who are interested in that, or not in the science, but perhaps the lack of it. Having said that, I was really impressed by this device. I just don't agree with how it is marketed. So thank you for watching AltVR, and if you're interested in the science bit, then keep on watching. Okay, so here we have the paper that Guy Harriman uploaded to ResearchGate. It has 0 citations, and it doesn't cite anyone else either. So yeah, it starts with some woo-woo yoga theory stuff, with the pineal gland being located at the 6th chakra, the Ajna chakra, and that the energetic information from the entire body travels up to the pineal gland. It also just states that DMT is naturally generated twice in a lifetime, at birth, again at death. I don't know if there is any science that DMT is involved in birth. And it doesn't, it just cites these, or it doesn't cite anything, it just states these as facts. Now, the most interesting part here is the melanopsin, that the Ajna Light invokes the physiological phenomenon of melanopsin. And the most serious claim is here that it stimulates also the tryptophan cascade as a side effect of the circadian rhythm entertainment, a series of biochemical reactions which convert tryptophan to serotonin to DMT. Now this just isn't correct, and it's not being built upon any other knowledge. Doesn't show what experiments is done to show this. And yeah, the whole paper, I've linked it in the description, you can take a look. It's not really worth debunking anymore. That one I've already done because it doesn't deserve it. But you can just check it out yourself. Yeah, alright.